My name is Amy Cantrell. I'm a senior. I run cross country and middle distance and track and field, and I transferred to Gettysburg from Montana State University.
I'm Kathryn Hopkins. I'm a sophomore. I do distance events and I transferred from the University of Maryland.
I'm Ava Crawford. I'm a sophomore. I also do distance events and I transferred from Johns Hopkins University.
So I ultimately decided to transfer primarily just because I went to school somewhere that was pretty close to home and it was like a really big school. I thought college was a good opportunity to try something new. And also I didn't run my first year of college, but I really missed the competition and structure that came from being on a team. So I decided to try something new and also try to incorporate running into my everyday life again.
I decided to transfer to Gettysburg because I wanted the small school atmosphere, the small classes, and knowing my professors and who my classmates were, and then also the team aspect that I get being on the cross country team.
One reason I wanted to come here and run cross country is that last year I was on a very big competitive team and the team wasn't very tight-knit and I didn't have the same love for running that I did in high school. And so I wanted to come here where I knew that the team would be more close and we would all get more attention individually.
Obviously transferring is kind of a daunting process, especially for me. I was coming somewhere that I had never been before and I'm not familiar with this area at all. But from the beginning, first preseason practice, I was fully welcomed to the team. Everyone was super great at helping me get to know how things worked here and just integrating me into the culture that we have that makes us so unique. So it was never from day one, it was a great decision for me, and I always felt welcome.
Yeah, it was definitely scary at first transferring and feeling like a freshman again. But I think everyone here, the professors, all my friends, the team, everyone's been very open and welcome since I got here.
My experience on the team has definitely been a highlight of my time at Gettysburg for sure. It's given me the structure, it's given me competition that I really enjoy and embrace. And I've also met some of my closest friends and made some of my best memories over the last couple years because of the team. I think one thing about the team that makes it so unique is that we are a competitive program and you do get that athletic aspect of it, and you always are encouraged to try your hardest and really compete at an upper level. But there's such a nice balance between that and also being so close-knit and fun. Every day you come to practice and you don't regret or dread being there. It's always enjoyable.
I think being on this team has really shaped my experience at Gettysburg by giving me people that I can count on to see every day and work hard with, and that they're good role models both at practice and also with my academics. Everyone works really hard towards all of their goals, so that's a nice thing to have.
For me, being on the team has been one of the biggest parts of Gettysburg that has made me confident in transferring, because obviously it's a big change and it's scary not really knowing how it's going to go. So being on this team has really made me find my love for the sport again and be excited to be running, which is something that I was really sad about that I didn't really have last year.
So my proudest moment this past season was finishing all region in my final cross country race. It was definitely something I've been working towards since May when summer training had started, and I think it was a good way to cap off my time here. And having my teammates there, my family came to support, and my coaches, it made it all the more meaningful. Definitely a very special moment that I'll remember. This past weekend, I'm also pretty proud that I was managed to get the school record in the 1K.
My proudest moment was how our team placed at regionals, because it's the best that Gettysburg cross country has done in a long time, and I'm really proud of everyone. I'm also really proud of how I did in my first indoor race, running the mile.
And placing first.
Thank you.
My proudest moment this past cross country season was placing all region, and it's a really special memory for me because not only was I able to succeed at an individual level, but I was also able to celebrate that success with our team, who also did an awesome job. I'm also really proud this past weekend of how I opened my indoor season running the 5K. I got first and I was the only one under 19 minutes.
Woo! Since coming here, I've learned how to be a smarter racer, and I think that's really due to the more individualized coaching that I'm able to have here.
Especially as a senior, I've had the opportunity to really watch the program grow over the last few years. Not only with its membership, but also in our competition and also just the culture that we're trying to cultivate here. And I think a large part of that is the coaches obviously have done a great job of recruiting such a positive new members like these guys. and also just really individualizing the program to cater to each runner's needs and really pushing them to compete at their very best level, which I think speaks a lot to the opportunities that people will have in future years. So it's been really awesome to watch the program grow, and I think it will only continue to do so.
Having transferred here, it's really given me perspective looking back to being like a senior in high school and getting recruited to go run somewhere. And I really just wanted to run at the fastest school that I could, the school that like places the best. But now I see that like there's a lot more that goes into it when you're going to be here for 4 years. I'm really happy that I chose Gettysburg because it's provided me with all those other aspects that I was looking for in a team on top of being competitive.
I think looking at where I was last year, I was in like a really tough spot because it's hard to think about transferring when you've already kind of gotten to know one school and people in it and you have your routine and everything. But I'm really happy at the end of the day with the decision that I made because I'm in a much better place here, I fit in better, and I have a team that I can train with every day.
I mean, I know it is kind of like a daunting process and a decision to make, but it honestly works out so well. You just kind of have to trust the process that you're going to end up where you need to be, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, especially being on the team here has 100% shaped me as an athlete, as a student, and also as a person, and provided me some really good moments. So I would definitely recommend considering it for sure.